Welcome back. We'll begin with English Paper 2. And English Paper 2 is basically the objectives aspect of English language. So you're tested, like I said earlier, on synonyms, antonyms, idiomatic expressions, and other aspects of grammar, then registers as well. So we're going to look at these sets of questions. English Paper 2 consists of the following aspects: antonyms, opposite in meaning; Lexis and Structure, the one that best completes the given sentences. That's where you look at words that are appropriate. And then idioms, the most appropriate interpretation; synonyms, nearest in meaning; grammatical accuracy, test on grammar, then registers. A total of 80 questions. It used to be 100 questions, but now it's 80. In recent times, it's 80 questions. Antonyms. Choose from the list of words the one that is nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word. The question says, though my mother was convinced about the success of the business, her manager remained dash. Remember, we are looking at the words that are opposite in meaning. A, skeptical; B, serious; C, confused; D, concerned. Opposite in meaning, convinced. The context determines the opposite. Let's look at the answer, which is A, skeptical. So looking at the question convinced, in this case, the opposite is skeptical. We can't use the word confused here. Question 2. Judgment should always be in favor of the innocent and not the dash. We are aware of this anyway. A, guilty; B, accused; C, weak; D, elderly. You have two words that are similar, guilty and accused. Let's look at the context. Guilty. You are either innocent or guilty. Question 3. Lai is quite reliable, but his sister is dash. A, unswerving; B, untrustworthy; C, deceptive; D, pretentious. Reliable is the word. You're looking at the opposite, and the answer is untrustworthy. Question 4. The gullible and not the dash usually fall prey to tricksters. The gullible and not the dash usually fall prey to tricksters. A, unfriendly; B, carefree; C, brave; D, discerning. Gullible. You have an idea of what gullible means. Somebody that easily believes something and could be swindled anyway. So we're looking at the opposite of that: unfriendly, carefree, brave, or discerning. The answer is discerning. Someone who takes our time to think things through and know what is right from what is wrong is discerning. Question 4. Tom's humility contrasts with his brother's dash. A, haughtiness; B, stubbornness; C, gentleness; D, quietness. Humility, the opposite, haughtiness. Someone who is haughty could be said to be proud and thinks highly of himself. Question 6. The life of man appears long, but in reality it is dash. A, brief; B, quick; C, shortened; D, stunted. Now, in this context, we are looking for the correct word because some of these words are partial synonyms to the opposite of the word. Brief, shortened; quick, depending on the context. So the answer is shortened. Question 7. In the interest of peace, it is better to dialogue than to be dash. A, controversial; B, rational; C, confrontational; D, forceful. Dialogue. Opposite in this case, confrontational. That is C. Question 8. All the wealth amassed by a greedy father is often dashed by undisciplined children. Indisciplined children, rather. All the wealth amassed by a greedy father is often dashed by indisciplined children. A, destroyed; B, scattered; C, squandered; D, ruined. Amassed, gathered. So let's look at the opposite. Squandered, C. Question 9. Many people find cod liver oil disgusting, but soldiers find it dash. So the actual word we're looking for is the opposite of disgusting. A, refreshing. B, medicinal. C, pleasant. C, bitter. The answer is refreshing. Question 10. The arrival of the riot police at our campus dashed the tension rather than mitigate it. The arrival of the pilot police at our campus dashed the tension rather than mitigate it. We are looking for the opposite of mitigate. A, lengthened. B, heightened. C, prolonged. D, created. Answer is heightened. Opposite. Now let's look at Lexis and Structure. Here we are going to look at words that are appropriate, not the grammar, but words that are appropriate in the sentence. Choose from the list of words the one that best completes the following sentences. Investigations revealed that the senior student dashed the juniors to throw stones at the principal's car. A, infuriated. B, integrated. C, instigated. D, instituted. The answer is instigated. They were the ones that, let me use the common word, gingered. They spoke to the junior students. They made sure they fanned the embers to what? Throw stones. So they instigated the junior students. Question 12. The Supreme Court dashed the ruling of the lower court. A, nullified. B, abused. C, proclaimed. D, cancelled. The answer is nullified. They struck the case out. 13. The board has dashed the film because it contains some nude scenes. A, edited. B, censored. C, examined. D, isolated. Movies are usually censored because of the audience. The answer is censored. B. Question 14. Many young graduates have to dash the West in search of greener pastures. A, hurried. B, absconded. C, flown. D, emigrated. Many young graduates have dashed to the West in search of greener pastures. A, hurried. B, absconded. C, flown. D, emigrated. The answer to this question is emigrated. You cannot say that they hurried or absconded. To abscond is different, or flown. The answer is emigrated. Question 15. The company has paid dividends to its dash. A, buyers. B, wholesalers. C, shareholders. D, consumers. The answer to this question is shareholders. They've paid to their shareholders. Question 16. Within 1 year, the country has dashed its currency 5 times. A, reduced. B, devalued. C, revamped. D, defaced. Currency. And then we are looking at this. It can't be reduced, it can't be revamped or defaced. Let's look at the answer. Devalued. Currencies are usually devalued. Question 17. The man was arrested because he dashed in the repayment of the loan. A, paused. B, delayed. C, deferred. D, defaulted. The answer is defaulted. You default in the payment of loans. Question 18. Many members of political parties dashed to opposing parties just before elections. I'll take that again. Many members of political parties dashed to opposing parties just before elections. A, depart. B, change. C, defect. D, go. The answer to this question is defect. So they defect to political parties. They don't go. The word is actually defect. We look at idiomatic expressions, the words that best interpret the words given. Question 19. Choose from the list of words the one that best interprets the sentences below. The class captain got cold feet when he was asked to lead the protest. This means dash. Cold feet is the idiomatic expression. This means A, he became nervous. B, he became afraid. C, he became concerned. D, he became calm. The answer is afraid. He became afraid. B. Question 20. Street traders often try to palm their customers off with faulty goods. This means that street traders, A, trick customers into buying faulty goods, B, assist customers in choosing perfect items, C, ask for a lot of money for faulty goods, D, are ready to swap faulty items for good ones. The answer to this question is A, trick customers into buying faulty goods. 21. He has broken new ground in cancer treatment with his drug. He has broken new grounds in cancer treatment with his drug. This means he has dash A, been highly acclaimed, B, introduced a new method in cancer treatment, C, solved all cancer problems, D, thought of a new drug for cancer treatment. The answer is B, introduced a new method in cancer treatment. 22. The principal stood her ground even when the students revolted. This means that the principal dash A, maintained her position, B, remained standing, C, refused to listen, D, condemned the protest. Stood her ground. In this case, the answer is A, maintained her position. Next question. Looking after young children can tax one's patience. This means that looking after young children, dash, A, is pleasant, B, requires endurance, C, is a lot fun, D, takes time. The answer is requires endurance, which is B. Question 24. When the show was about to begin, we were still at 6s and 7s. That's an idiom. This means that they were A, dash, A, confused, B, in groups, C, excited, D, far away. Don't be fooled by the number 6s and 7s. The answer is confused. 25. My aunt's rough driving could make one tear one's hair out. This means that her driving could make one A, lose the hair on one's head, B, feel very sad, C, get very worried, D, feel like crying. The answer is get very worried. Some of these idiomatic expressions and the options, you can easily identify the answers. Now we move on to the next, synonyms. Synonyms are words that are nearest in meaning. Remember, the context determines the actual synonym. Says, choose from the list of words the one that is nearest in meaning to the underlined word. Let's look at the first sentence. Amina is fond of making derogatory remarks about her brother. The word is derogatory, and we are looking for the meaning. A, inconsiderate, B, discreet, C, unnecessary, D, belittling. Derogatory remarks. The answer is belittling. Derogatory remarks. Question 27. The jail terms are to run concurrently. A, consistently, B, alternatively, C, simultaneously, D, consecutively. The answer to this question is simultaneously, concurrently, that is side by side. Okay? Question 28. Here is a man who comes from a background of entertainment. A, experience, B, place, C, culture, D, mood. The answer to this question is place. It comes from a place of entertainment, looking at the context in which the word is used. The next question, she has always been grateful that you saved her from kidnappers. A, content, B, comforted, C, happy, D, thankful. Grateful, the meaning is thankful. The whole place was in turmoil when she got there. A, confusion, B, disturbance, C, mourning, D, agitation. Turmoil, the answer should be confusion. Here, turmoil, confusion. Now let's look at the grammar here. Choose from the list of words the one that best completes the following sentence, similar to the Lexis and Structure. You have no excuse dash late. A, in being, B, to be, to being, C, for being, The answer is for being late. The next question, my phone is superior dash yours. When you're comparing two things, it should be with the word to. My phone is superior to yours. It can't be than yours. So you're comparing both. My phone is superior to yours. Next question, you will surely help me with my homework. Dash, can't you, won't you, would you, you won't. You will surely help me. That's a positive statement. And then the next would be negative. So it should be won't you. Positive, negative tag. The trader tried to cash in dash the customer's ignorance. Cash in on, so that's the answer, on the customer's ignorance. Next question, she hates dash waiting, to have been kept. Having been kept, being kept, to be keeping. She hates dash waiting, being kept waiting. Question, he took his share and gave them dash. There, theirs, there, and theirs. Okay, now look at this. He took his share and gave them theirs. This is it. The answer, there, that is belonging to them. There, theirs, that's the place. There, a place. Theirs is, there is. Okay, there is. There, there is the place over there, and theirs. So the answer is theirs. Don't let Jack bully you. Stand up to him. That's the answer. You stand up to someone. The students had no choice dash to do as they have been commanded. The answer is but to do as they have been commanded. I believe he will be arrested dash. Some days, many a day, someday. So the answer to this question is someday. We need to dash for lost ground. Make it, make by, make up, make true. The answer is make up for lost ground. So you make up for lost ground. Registers. So this usually comes towards the end of the exams, and then you're given words that has to do with the profession or that has to do with the field of study. Now let's look at this. Choose the word that is most suitable to fill the numbered gaps in the passage on the next page. Now let's look at this. The day of the great tournament arrived. The next question. Dash trooped into the stadium in their thousands. Meanwhile, the home team had arrived and was in the dash. The visiting team was late. With both teams now around, the referee dashed his whistle, and the two teams emerged from the tunnel and walked onto the pitch. The referee, his assistants, and the players stood still while the national anthems of both teams came forward for the dash. The home team won. They then exchanged dash and shook hands. At exactly 4:30 p.m., the referee signaled for the start of the match. The supporters were singing and dancing in the dash. Both teams played very well, but dash a lot of chances. After playing for 45 minutes, the referee stopped the match for the halftime break. During the brief break, the dash of both teams came out to warm themselves up. When the match resumed, the home team now played better. A dash from the halfback at the opponent's goal was dashed into the net. There was a thunderous shout from the crowd. The match continued until the 19th minute. The result at the end of the match was 1-0. The home team won. From this, you would know that it has to do with sports. And what kind of sport? Obviously football. So let's fill in the answers. Now, number 1, 41. 41, the answer is spectators. It says, the day of the great tournament arrived, spectators trooped into the stadium in their thousands. So you can't say a crowd because there are spectators coming to watch a game. Number 2, the next one is dressing room. Let's look at it again. Now it says, meanwhile, the home team had arrived and was in the dressing room. So dressing room in this case. The visiting team was late, with both teams now around. The referee blew his whistle, and the two teams emerged from the tunnel and walked into the pitch. Now, let's look at the next. It says, 44, the referee, his assistant, and the players stood still while the national anthems of both teams came for while the national anthems were sung, and both teams came forward for the toss. The home team won. They then exchanged what? Pennants. That's you know what it is. What both teams exchange. That symbol that two players, captains will come forward to exchange. And then it says, at exactly 4:30 p.m., the referee signaled for the start of the match. The supporters were singing and dancing in the stands. Okay? Both teams played very well, but lost a lot of chances. After playing for 45 minutes, the referee stopped the match for the halftime break. During the brief break, the substitutes of both teams came out to warm themselves up. When the match resumed, the home team now played better. A shot from the halfback at the opponent's goal was headed into the net. There was a thunderous shout from the crowd. The match continued till the 19th minute. The result at the end of the match was 1-0. The home team won. So this usually comes, you are given questions like this and you know it's in relation to sport. Your answer must be in line with the field of study. Take note. That's why they are registers. So we have come to the end of English paper 2, and then we would look at English paper 3, which is the test of orals.